What's up guys, in today's video I wanted to do something a little bit different, but I kind of wanted to discuss hitscan and its pros and cons. As we know, chapter 5 was an entirely hitscan season and whether it should stay or not, because this is probably a more controversial topic than people really think it is. Now, just a bit of background to know what hitscan is. Basically, on a hitscan gun, when you line your reticle up against an opponent and fire, you have like 100% chance of hitting the opponent. In other words, you can say that the bullets travel instantaneously. But when it comes to projectiles or a non-hitscan weapon, that's when the bullets actually take time to hit the opponent. And so if you're firing against a moving target, you have to actually kind of predict where they are going to be in accordance with the bullet travel. People refer to this as leaning into your shots. Another thing to note is that with projectile weapons, you have to account for something called bullet drop. So this is where the bullets literally kind of like fall down a bit, and so if you want to get like a headshot on somebody, you need to shoot a little bit above their head, so not even at the target, even if they're standing still. As you all know, in chapter 5, they decided to remove hitscan guns entirely. We haven't had a single hitscan gun with the exception of the laser beam. But polls have came out asking users whether they want to see hitscan come back, and so it's very likely that chapter 6 is going to have hitscan come back again. We also saw with Reloaded, they do kind of regret going a radically different route. That's why they included that game mode in general. So it's very likely we're going to see hitscan come back in chapter 6, and many people are very happy about that, especially in the spaces and the people I hang around. But thinking about it, perhaps hitscan might not be the best thing, and I'll get into why. So I basically noticed this when Reloaded dropped and I was playing that mode. Whenever I try to run away from somebody, or when I spawn in from the sky and it's a kind of a tighter lobby, I'm getting killed very easily. You know, people are able to hit you from very far away, and so hitscan makes that a lot easier because of course you don't have to predict it. At a certain point it becomes impossible to predict, you know, accounting for the bullet distance. And so yeah, it makes it, you know, it makes it way harder to run away, and it makes it way easier for sweats to kill you at ridiculously far distances. And so not having hitscan does provide some type of like assurance to people just in general, especially people who aren't sweats, to be able to enjoy the game and not really have to worry about getting beamed from miles and miles away. On the other hand, it does make AR is kind of a useless gun. It pretty much reduces Fortnite to just short range and mid range fights. Long range fights are pretty much not a thing unless using a sniper. And so that does make the game a little bit more boring because lots of people like to fight far away using an AR, and that component to the game is almost entirely gone. We saw with chapter 6. So it's a double-edged sword. I think the best compromise they can do is make the hitscan weapons, especially the scoped hitscan weapons, not that powerful, and then make the projectile weapons very powerful to kind of reward people who are able to hit those very far shots with those projectile weapons, because they do require more skill to use. But guys, let me know your thoughts. Do you like hitscan? Do you not like hitscan? Do you think there should be a balance? Most chapters there was a balance, but I'm glad that they did something different this chapter just so we were able to see it and experience it. It definitely had a profound impact on the meta, and in general though, I think I am happy that hitscan is coming back chapter 6. So let me know in the comments what you think. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.